Our journey is over.
Remember, health comes first.
Time to shine! Need a surfboard? Surf's up! The doctor will see you.
Seems like an emergency.
Yoo-hoo! Woohoo! Amazing! Action at this wave! Shower me with praise!
A bitter pill to swallow.
Let's hope you put up a good
Finish
fight.
this fast!
Mind the side effect.
Amazing!
Prepare
You asked for it. Check this out! That's the rush! Let my name echo in song! Yoo-hoo!
Taking a turn for the better.
Let's ride! The doctor was singing.
Prepare yourself. Let's hope you put up a good fight. Here comes another.
Action at the wave! The doctor was singing.
Remember,
Time to shine! Shower me with this! Surf's up!
a bitter pill to swallow.
Check this out! That's the rush! Carving wave!
Mind the side effects. Seems like an emergency.
Strike a pose! Let my name echo in Let's ride! Off we go! Need a surfboard? Woo! Off we go! Need a surfboard? The best stuff's always at the bottom. Off we go. Yoo-hoo! The doctor was singing. Woohoo! Action at the flame! Woo! Need a surfboard? Whoop. Shower me with praise. Let the world come on!
A bit of health is sweet.
Carving waves! Need a surfboard? Need a surfboard? Doctor will see you now.
bitter pill to swallow.
The doctor will see you now.
A bitter pill to swallow. Don't forget to wash your hands. Goodness knows where these things have been. Mind the side effects. Don't forget to wash your hands. Goodness knows where these things have been.
The doctor will see you now.
A bitter pill to swallow.
The doctor will see you now.
Remember, health comes first. Mind the side effects.
The doctor will see you now. The best stuff's always at the bottom. my lucky day. Off we go. Need a surfboard? Off we go. Need a surfboard? Let's ride! The best stuff's always at the bottom. Off we go. Yeah. Faster. Amazing. Woohoo! Up.
Mind the side effects. Don't forget to wash your hands. Goodness knows where these things have been.
The doctor will see you now.
Mind the side effects. A bitter pill to swallow.
The doctor will see you now. Let's ride! I dropped it! Quick, pick it up! Just jinx us. Strike a pose! Let my name echo!
Mind the side effect.
Amazing! Hey! Let's shred, Sharky!
Seems like an emergency.
Let the world collide! The doctor will see you. Faster! I told you today's our lucky day.
Mind the side effects.
The doctor will see you now. Yoo-hoo!
Mind the side effects.
Let's ride! Check this out! Best of luck! The doctor will see.
bitter pill to swallow.
The doctor will see you now.
Mind the side effects.
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the pyro... Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you. All right, that should do it for now. But I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune to it.
She's always been special like that. She can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patients to see, so I'll...
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. We might not see eye to eye, but just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between...
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Huh? No. That can't be true.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Mualani told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know today. And still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains as real as ever.
I'd never have guessed.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war, Our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wyab nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save Natlan.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important
Of our lifespan, a god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wyab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wyab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old 500 years ago.
So that means I'm one of the Chosen?
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wyab were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between the Sacred Flame and the Wyab has been blocked.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shilonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wyab, Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
But we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go a lot faster?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will, rather than a sense of obligation.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development. I can only trust in the judgment of the Wyab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get this far. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all. You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you stored here before, where did it all do?
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose: fuel.
Fuel? So back then, that's why you...
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of Natlan. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited, but together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the two worlds. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But weren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the Abyss. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire to contribute to Natlan's survival. If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan, they would not mourn their loss.
Even when you put it that way, I still feel bad.
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. In that sense, we didn't lose anything at all. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power just like the items once stored here.
Well, we'd still like to return the favor.
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink sometime. Now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and celebrate your team's triumph in the Night Warden War. And we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone who doubted you once and for all, Kachina.
Still, now that I know the danger we're facing, having a victory feast doesn't feel right.
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worrying about it will only affect your judgment. All right, you should head out. I'll join you in a bit.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the springs. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. I can see it. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did for me. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. My rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe in you, sis. Oh, seriously though, Dad should be here. Where is he?
I imagine he didn't know what to say. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone. The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
Woohoo!
Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just...
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information about the Abyss.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding something back.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but her impulse to fight is extremely strong.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound.
What? Do you really have to go that far?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially... I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find... Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo! Well done, Kachina. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad I finally made it.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild. So I stopped to bandage his wound when he insisted on repaying the favor. What was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble replacing me.
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams too.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars. That's the highest honor.
So, what about you guys? Did you make it far?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day. We got disqualified.
Serves you all right. No sympathy from me.
All right. There's no need to be like that, Uncle Pakal. Dear friends, I'd like to say a few words. Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and her companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing. They've agreed to let me learn from them. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please...
Well said!
I'll drink to that. How does it feel being a hero, Kachina? To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. It all just feels so... surreal.
Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion!
Hey, please don't make fun of me.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you.
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite!
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time, for in 500 years Natlan will be destroyed, it seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short. And beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them, or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
I'm suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that very little information survives. From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. But of course, none of her buildings are around anymore. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her. You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including—
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, and all are equally important. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle. This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side, whatever it takes. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an all-important figure in the upcoming battle. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient name for you.
Ancient names can be forged?
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0. Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories would be remembered by our people for all the years to come. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still. Take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who will forge the name. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night.
She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time. And you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Oh, something else you'd like to ask? Well, our intel suggests he hasn't made any new movements yet. Although Kenichi's investigation, I'm getting closer to narrowing down who that may be, but it's still unclear whether this person aided the captain out of willingness or coercion. If you learn anything about this during your adventures, please let me know. Oh, something else you'd like to ask?
Get back!
Don't panic! Just hang in there!
Finally! Someone's coming! Please help us!
Amazing! Let's shred, Sharky!
Mind the side effects. Taking a turn for the...
Time to shine! Strike a pose! Need a surviving wave! Judging from your clothes, you must be scholars from Sumeru, right?
Yes, I'm Karya, and this is my senior Varamdra.
Don't mention it! Handling these sort of things is practically second nature to us by...
Still, it seems that all the Kaholosaurs just ran off. We need to capture at least one alive.
Capture one alive?
Correct. Say, I can see you are very skilled at dealing...
Apologies. Varamdra has been hyper-focused on his research.
Oh, no worries. But why did you approach a whole group of wild... Paimon's pretty sure that's not what they're trying to do.
I'm sure we must look very silly. The fact of the matter is that we're approaching them without the help of a guide from the people of the Springs.
A mysterious island?
Yes. There is a legend from the people of the Springs that mentions a mysterious island.
Are you certain you two won't consider my proposal to capture one?
Some proposal? There's no way we'd be willing to use a person as live bait.
Then I suppose discussing it any further will just be a waste of time.
Varamdra.
Oh, all right. You did rescue Karya and I just now.
A little awkward, but Paimon will take it.
We should move on, Karya.
Yes. Thank you again. My apologies. Varamdra really doesn't have the best people skills.
That's all right. Bye now. You really don't see a pair of adventurers like those two every day. But anyway, Paimon's really curious about that mysterious island that lady just mentioned. Yeah, who knows? There might be treasure. After all, the amazing places we've explored during our adventures, finding some mysterious island should be a walk in the park for us. Oh, you're right. The lady mentioned that the mysterious island is related to a time's ticking let's get started on. But the real question is, that's an idea. If anyone, the chief of the tribe should know the details.
Seems like an emergency.
Let's ride!
Mind the side effects.
Add as...
Life, death.
No, my sword! Huh? Busted. Quietly now.
Solidify!
Game's up. Time's over. Rain cutter. Take it easy. Gotcha. Witness the power.
Gather!
Busted. These are about to get tight.
Solidify! Stabilize!
Gotcha. Rain outlines your...
Gather! Stabilize!
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over. Let me weave you a verse. Huh? Know my soul!
Solidify!
Busted.
Mind the side effects.
Chill out! That's up! Let's shred, Sharky!
This was new.
I got you a seed! Woohoo!
Don't forget to wash your hands. Goodness knows where these things have been.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Amazing! Carving waves!
Alright, let's try the pose! Let my name echo in song!
Taking a turn for the better.
Antimassive wave! Let's ride! Woohoo!
The best stuff's always at the bottom.
Need a surfboard?
comes another.
Boom!
This was new.
Amazing!
Show.
Surf's up! Let's shred, Sharpie!
I told you today's our lucky day.
Carving waves! Off we go. Up. Let's ride.
What's up?
Strike a pose.
Let's have some fun, shall we? Bring bullets!
What were you thinking, going out by yourself? Don't...
It's okay. Toba helped me.
Kind strangers? What made you so sure they were so kind, huh?
Yeah, actually, they did.
Don't talk back to me. The Mountain King problem still hasn't been solved. What would I...
They were good people, Dad. Dinner... Oh, hello again, honey. It's Miss Paimon and Miss Traveler. Dad, it's them. They're the ones who helped me.
Oh, so you're the kind stranger. I'm Trinidad. Apparently, you helped my daughter today, so now I trust that you're sensible people who... 1 million Mora.
Dad, please. They're not bad people.
Kniech! Wait! I heard that 2 mysterious travelers from afar showed up at the Stadium of the Sacred Flame.
And Paimon's the other.
I do apologize. A lot's been going on in our tribe.
Oh, now we're talking.
Oh, you just arrived, I take it, and...
Careful now.
My dear... Go inside now, Hoonie. Dad's got...
Okay. Look after Miss Traveler and Miss Well, we'll hear you out, but we can't...
Well, this is for many years. Burkina was a hero who bore the ancient name Malipo. They were victorious. Normally, Yumkasaurs never... Oh, that's right. The abyssal power inside... So, besides the ceremony, another important part of Turnfire Night each year... However, abyss-related incidents have been... Only 5 months have passed since the last Turnfire Night. He's already showing signs of instability.
Has he woken up again?
He has. We managed to contain the situation by performing a makeshift ceremony right away, but it was a close call. He could reawaken at any moment. Also, he attacked and wounded my companion, Nana, during the ceremony. She became contaminated by the abyss as a result, and...
We heard. Such a tragedy. We're really sorry for your lot.
Yes, and Nana wasn't the... Anyway, right now we're preparing for an Of course. Plus, he...
Oh, you mean Kniech?
Yes, he's the one. A hero. An exceptional ceremony? Oh, I'll have to... I'm not the one to usually talk about people Oh, and don't get me started on that
Yeah, Paimon has to agree on...
Anyway, the fact is... Wonderful! I can't come with me to the other side of the...
Achoo! First.
Oh, great Kahul Ahau! Bless you!
Shut your filthy mouth, worm of the abyss! Your putrid words defile the air we breathe. You...
Speaking as a member of the Abyss Order, that's music to my ear.
Ugh! Never have we heard such brazen blustering from someone who is inches from...
Okay, well, that I am at a loss to explain. But I digress. Mr. Kniech, I admit it. You, sir, are a... You see, I'm very interested in the lore of your tribe.
Kay.
Is that it? Kay? Aren't you intrigued to know what it is about you guys that prompted a visit from the Abyss? It's the extreme sports! The other day, I narrowly avoided getting hit by a very brave soul who just leaped off a cliff. I think you call it bungee jumping? Anyway, I was very... Look, I even did a painting inspired by the bravery...
You scum-sucking swine! Ugh, I swear, if you go headfirst off the tallest cliff with a band of hunters on your tail, and no one...
You say that, but I get the sense that Mr. Kniech isn't planning to take my life right now. I've heard that the most important thing in human relationships is to respect each other's boundaries.
Or, you could tell me what it is you're really after.
What?
And then I'll name my price.
Let's go gather some samples.
Oh, yay! Okay, let's go!
Our bond is strong. Out of my way!
I hear everything. Enshroud!
Carving waves!
I told you today's our lucky day.
Let's ride!
Can't see? Let's nip that in the bud.
Check this out! Best of luck! Whoa! Surf's up! Woohoo!
I must protect my clients.
Enshroud!
Amazing! Dissipate!
One with the force.
Woohoo! Our bond is strong.
I'll approve you! Enshroud!
Carving waves!
I told you today's our lucky day.
Stand with me! Woohoo! Need a surfboard? Off we go.
Let's hope you
One
put
with
up
the
a good
force.
fight.
Woohoo! Surf's up!
Let's finish this next time.
I have high hopes for this journey.
Woohoo! Let's go! I've been waiting for you for 8...
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
Let's shred, Sharpie!
always at the bottom. Faster!
Well...
The Temple of Wisdom!
Our bond is strong. I'll settle this. Carving wave! Amazing! Surf's up! Catch an epic wave! Whoosh!
It's all yours.
This way! Let's ride! Yeah! Amazing! Strike a pop!
Everyone hold hands!
Woohoo! I told you today's our lucky day. Off we go. Off we go.
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
I see everything!
Shower me with praise! Let my name echo in... Our bond is strong! Oh no, I dropped it! Quick! Pick it up! Hope I didn't just jinx this.
The Abyss contamination is back. See those torches over there? Those are the Sacred Flame offshoots that we requested from the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. They contain the power of the Pyro Archon.
Are you saying that the Sacred Flame and the Turn...
Well, for ceremonial purposes, at least. Sending someone to the Night Kingdom to
Gotcha! So basically, we just need to clean up the filth with the Sacred Flame.
Well, that's one part of it, yes. But the complete ceremony is a bit more complicated than that. First, the flame bearer must collect a kindling. Then, they must go down into the canyon, all the way into... The most skilled flame bearers can accomplish all of this without touching the ground.
Wow! He can do all that flying without ever falling to the ground? Well, of course Paimon can!
Well, don't worry. It's not a requirement of this. The flame bearer must always keep moving forward.
So, what actually happens if you...
What
about today, then? Does...
Oh, no. Don't worry. Today is just a... Are you ready? I'll repeat all the...
Alright, let's use this kindling to complete our mission. There's abyssal filth over there. Let's burn it away with the sacred should be all the braziers. Let's regroup with Trinidad. Off we go. Strike a pose. Let's shred, Sharky. I wonder who this gift could be from. Carving waves. Ho! Let's ride.
I knew I was right about you. You have outperformed all of the other previous candidates. If there was an ancient name for outstanding flame bearers, I'm sure the Wyab would consider you for the honor.
Yeah, although it would probably take Paimon quite a bit longer.
All right, now there's still a...
Oh, you mean they've still...
Some of them are still hoping we can come... Still,
Just for Paimon's own peace of mind, are you sure it's not gonna be a problem having Outland?
See that place over there? There was a time, long before the age of Burkina and the Mountain King, when we, Scions of the Canopy, called that our... After a period of upheaval, our ancestors were forced to move away. If we failed to keep the threat posed by the Mountain King at bay, it might not be long before we have to... So, to answer your question, I think everyone will agree that...
Fair enough. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
I'll need you to drop by my place at some point.
Okay, see you later.
You have my gratitude.
We've helped out with a lot of other local festivals before, but... Off we go. Bond is strong. Oh! Need a surfboard? Woohoo! I told you today's our lucky day. Off we go. Stand with me. Woohoo! to memory, sharing my knowledge. Lightning, sure, check this out. That's the one. Time to shine. Carving waves. Woohoo! Bond is strong. Action as a flame. Grow.
Laid bare. Power that ended Python! My royal you asked for it! Stop right there!
The hearth is now extinguished.
There is no escape! Wind strike!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
As one with wind and cloud!
I am defeated.
I knew you'd miss me.
Whirling smile. Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide. Yeah.
At least I documented everything. Pardon my misdirection.
My apologies.
Much remains unfinished.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my...
anyone looking for me. Oh, why, a bit is... So what brings you here?
We want to visit the mysterious... is there something wrong?
I'm assuming you two are already aware that this island is related to a legend of my people.
Yeah, but now that you mention it, we don't know anything about the actual legend yet.
Then allow me to explain it to you two. It is said that the first chief of the people of the Springs was the most outstanding guide in all of Natlan. He discovered many deserted domains and found countless treasures. But to prove himself once more, he embarked on yet another journey in search of a legendary, mysterious island. He endured many hardships along the island emits a golden light where countless treasures are buried. But instead of claiming the treasures for himself, he left behind a trail of... Since then, many people from later generations have undertaken the challenge of finding the island. After all, to find the island is to find riches and glory.
Oh, that makes sense. So could you tell us how to get to that island?
Oh, Paimon gets... On the contrary, it's quite the opposite. The legend and...
Oh!
Well, I'm willing to answer your question.
Sure thing! But what do you need us to do?
Then you have my thanks. I'll be honest. There are, as the chief of the tribe...
It's really hard to believe...
They are targeting tourists who wish to visit, but according to my sources, they would trick tourists into believing they run a pretty sophisticated... So, I was hoping to find someone. The problem is, they would certainly recognize anyone associated with me. Which is why I haven't been...
Oh, Paimon understands now! We're the perfect bait because we're...
Exactly! And as far as I know,
You betcha! If it's just a few scammers we're talking...
Wonderful!
Whoa, that's a lot of...
There will be plenty of rewards if you manage to catch those scoundrels. I'm sure some spend... So please use the Mora as needed, and collect as...
No wonder you're the chief. Seems like you've already thought of everything. Okay, we'll take it from here.
I've marked the location of the scammers on your map. I'll leave the rest to you two.
Faster! This should be the place. Now let's see if anyone around here looks like a scammer. Oh, right. We should pretend we are innocent tourists with no idea about what's going on. Good idea. Speaking of which, Paimon's dying to know what kind of treasures could be buried on the mysterious island. Wonder if anyone's ever really seen them before.
Ah! Are you two visitors from afar looking to visit the mysterious island?
Oh, looks like we managed to lure them out already. Oh, pardon. Is something the matter?
I just happened to overhear you two talking about the mysterious island. I assume you two must be tourists, brought here by the legend and looking for the island.
Hello, Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. That's right. We were just getting ready to look for that island from the legend.
In that case, as a qualified guide, I certainly cannot allow you to embark on such a dangerous journey.
Uh-huh.
As the legend says, if you can manage to reach the mysterious island, riches and glory will be yours for the taking. Be that as it may, the journey to the island is full of untold perils and dangers. But you are in luck. Allow me to tell you the purpose of our services. It just so happens... Please, there's no need to worry. This was just one point I had to make perfectly clear. Although the legend and the clues to finding the island are known to everyone, the leads left behind by our ancestors are as enigmatic as riddles found on a lost treasure map. Only guides bestowed with the legacy of our ancestors can correctly decipher the clues. Tourists who rashly embark on their own often wind up lost and encounter unnecessary dangers.
Huh. He actually sounds pretty convincing.
But it seems like fate has brought us together. So, what say you to having me as your guide?
So how...
Not to worry.
So you'd be working...
For us, people of the Springs, guiding guests to the mysterious island is a great honor in and of itself, worth more than any amount of mora.
Smooth. Paimon almost wants to believe him. All right, thank you. Then please, guide us onward.
Of course. Please, follow me.